an egg with an A. And welcome back to Fattie McFatville Friday.
The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the better the figure, the more I can love her. The bigger the figure, the better I like her, the better I like her, the better.
What's up, everybody? My peeps out there in the YouTube world. Welcome back. Been such a great week, full of blessings to be able to spend every day with you guys. That was fun. I can't wait for Vlogmas now. Somebody said that I should do Thanksgivingness, or I don't know what you would even call it, like vlog thanksness or something, thankfulness. I don't even know. I'm sure there's people that do it here on YouTube. I've never even looked that up because I know they do Vlogoween. So would it be Vlogs of Giving? Vlogs Giving? Yeah, Vlogs Giving. I'm sure that's a thing. You're going to look it up now, and I am too when I get off of here. I've never looked that up. Vlogs Giving is what it would be called. Totally should just continue right into Vlogmas and just keep right on. Let the thanks and the giving and the warmth and love just keep spreading around. And I will be joining you guys again tomorrow, Saturday. Going on a little adventure. It's due time. This is somewhere that we go every year here in North Carolina during this time. And I'm actually going a little bit later than I usually go. But I did vlog it last year, and I love it. It's so much fun. So you'll see that tomorrow. And then, of course, Sunday we'll be singing Sunday. So it's like a whole week spent with you guys. It's been great. Love it. Love it so much. Okay, let's dive right in to this week's Fattie McFatville. Well, I have to say, this has been, even last week, each week it's been better and better. Not back exactly where I want to be. But I have to tell you, my friends, this week I have felt it coming back to me stronger than ever, if that makes sense. Because I had the picking up of Roscoe's ashes still hanging over me last week. It was just in the back of my mind, and it was just dragging on and on to me, even though it wasn't that long. But I did pick up his ashes Monday, so we do have them here. I did show that to you guys. So that is done. So it's like that chapter that's closed. Let's close that. I'm not going to ever forget my boy. I pet him every day. And Bonnie. Got them over there with my angels all set up. And, you know, not going to ever let his memory die, of course. But it's like I can kind of close these past 2 months up and move forward. So even when I was doing very well those months where I was really losing a lot of weight, I never had a perfect week. No one has a perfect week ever. Of course not. But I was doing very well on those weeks. Mindset, all of that, until this has happened. It's just been so tough getting back on track. It's like once you get on that track, it's so hard up here getting the mind back going and accepting the failure that you did, accepting what you did, and accepting how you failed on your diet, accepting what you ate, why you did it. It's all this stuff that just floats around. If you've been there, you understand. You know exactly what battle is going on up here in my mind of trying to get totally back on track and into my routine. So what I want to talk about today, so hopefully it'll help y'all, and this has really helped me this week and last week. I was really soul searching tremendously on all the realms of my life, on everything of moving past it, moving past. So here is 8 little things I wrote down, 8 little steps or whatever you want to call them to move past failure. Now these steps will work, of course, in a weight loss journey like we are here on now. I am, but it'll help in any situation in life of any failure, any setback, anything that's happened in our life. These steps can help you come out of it, to help you to accept the failure that has occurred and carry on. So here we go. Let's go through that. I think I need this, and I feel like there's others out there that need to hear this today. So that's what we're going to do to move forward today from here on out. Okay, number 1, just accept how you feel. That's a big one, because it's took me now a whole extra month to accept how I feel. I mean, the weeks just kept dragging on and on. I'll say, okay, I'm prepared. The beginning of October, okay, because September was like a bust. All right. So I was like, okay, because that's when that happened with Bonnie. It was like, okay, October 1st, fresh start. Here we go. Failed the first week. Okay. The next week, I'm ready to go. No, the week after that, it was like all month was trying to accept that how I'm feeling. Why am I feeling this? Why am I going further and further down this hole? Help! Accept how you feel. Number 2, remember, you're not a failure just because you had a setback. Oh, and that plays in my mind all day long too. I'm like, what a failure of, look how bad you got off track. Look at what you did at the beginning of the year, on into summer. You don't want to undo what you've already done. I had to remind myself constantly that just because I failed today, that week, those 2 months, however long it is, doesn't mean that I'm going to keep failing in that fashion, in that form. If I stay in that position that I'm in, then yes, I'm going to keep getting the same results over and over, like my whole story of my life. All of the weight loss times that I've tried to do all these years, I'm just going to be stuck in it. If I do not accept how I feel, and if I do not remind myself that I'm not a failure just because I'm having this small setback. Get what I'm saying? And that it's not always going to be this way. It's not always going to be like this. Well, and this is a question that I ask myself all the time. When is this pattern going to break? Because I've had this same little pattern for so long. It's like I knew once I got up into the 60s that I've lost 63 pounds is what it was. You know, the last thing I weighed in, I was 283, then it was 284. Okay. Haven't got back on the scale since then because I'm scared to death to see 300 or plus. Really am. Very scared that that's where I am right now. That I need to get on there. I need to see what the damage I have done. Still haven't been able to get on the scale to see what damage I did the past 2 months. So, and then I asked myself, when will this pattern break? Because I have lost this amount of weight before. And then when I've gotten to this point, it's like, okay, I've been on this diet for this long. it's like a pattern in my life that every time I get to this point, it's like sabotage time. My own self, I sabotage myself. If anything occurs, I use the excuse of, of course, this is the first time I've had to put dogs down that they have died. Never had that happen before. But in the past, I've used any situation and made it be, well, that's why I'm going to eat again. Or that's why I'm stuffing my face with my feelings. Or because this has happened is this. So in my mind, I keep asking myself, when will the pattern break? So I've had to flip my thinking as to all this negative that's happened, or negative that is around me, it's occurring to make me be stuck in this pattern. I have to look as the negative as temporary, not permanent. I have to say to myself, this is temporary. This isn't permanent. You're going to come out of this and you will succeed. You got to tell yourself that every single day. Tell you a little quick story. Maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, I got severe anxiety. Severe. I had a car wreck. I was having some post-traumatic stress from it, I guess. There were other situations happening in my life too that made me paranoid. Just everything stacked up together. We were trying to have children and could not. Just, all of that in the realm. So I guess it had to be, of course, 6-7 years ago. Rosie's going to be 7 next year. Duh. So all of that stacked up. And with the wreck, it just pushed me over. It just pushed my nerves over the limit of like, I'm not safe in my world anymore. Can't even be in my car. They hit us. It was a high-speed chase. Hit us. We were sitting at a light. Hit us. A truck coming 90 miles an hour at us. Boom. Hit us and pushed us off to the side. I almost went through the windshield. I still have a little dent, and I can still feel it still hurts right here. I split all together, so I have scars here. My arms it's just traumatic. Very, very traumatic. And I wasn't the same after it. For 1.5 years straight, I still went out and about. I went to church. I went to work. But I would cry constantly. Hated to be alone. It was just not me. I'm the type of person, I'm outgoing, outspoken, bold, outgoing. I like to have a good time. I like to be on the stage performing. I love to sing. Love to sing at church, leading praise teams, in the choir, teaching the children, just all around type person doing stuff constantly. That's who I am. And it brought me to a halt. It really just stopped me in my tracks. I thought I was going to die constantly. I thought I would be up there on the stage or wherever I was, and the ambulance would have to come. And I thought I was having a heart attack. I went to the emergency room several times, thinking that I was dying, thinking I was having a heart attack. Sitting in my own home with panic coming over me. Can't even breathe. Couldn't go to sleep. Couldn't sit up. Just the mental battle. Those type of demons that anxiety brings. And you look fine. You look okay on the outside. He was like, what's wrong? You look fine. There's nothing wrong. Your doctors say nothing's wrong, And you're inside. You are not okay at all. You feel all these symptoms and they are real. They are so real. Anxiety and panic is real as it can be. I will tell you that. But in the midst of me going through all of that for 1.5 years, sometimes I couldn't even make it home in my car. I'd have to pull over. I'd call somebody. I'd just be shaking. I'm like, I can't make it home. I can't drive anymore. Several times John would go on a trip, and I love to travel, love to go places, love to travel. And I say, I can't go. He knew then. This is real. I said, you have to go without me, but I don't want to stay here alone either. So it's like, I can't go, but I don't want to be alone. You know, it was just nothing worked. I didn't even know who I was. I was like, who am I? And in those midst of all of that, I thought, I will never get back to who I am. How can I get back to who I am? Will I ever find me again? I'm like, I'll never be the same. I say, Lord, I can't do this. If this is how I have to live the rest of my life, I don't want to live. I had never said that before in my whole life. That's what anxiety does. I understand if you're going through it. It was the worst thing I've ever went through in my whole life. I never thought I could get out of it. Ever. Until I started turning my thinking. I mean, it took a year and a half. And then the Lord blessed us with our Rosie. And when I found out about that, I thought, there is no way I can have children like this. Lord, why are you giving me a child now? And I'm going out of my mind. I feel like I'm crazy. And I think some of that, by having her, it helped me get over my anxiety too. But I still had it even when she was born. I still had it. Even when we were up at the hospital, everything still. And I thought, yeah. But I was learning how to control it. Learning that nothing's going to happen to me. When my brain finally realized, but you see how long it took. See how long I had to go through it. Torture it was. Finally, when my brain, it clicked that, what's the worst can happen to me? So what if I pass out? You had to get to that point where you had to overcome that fear is what it was. When I faced the fear head on, finally, my body got off of that cycle, off of that roller coaster. It's like you just own this roller coaster that never ends. You can't get off of it. I have felt that same way about this weight loss. So that's the only hope that I have that I know I can share to say, this roller coaster that we've been on for so many years, if you've been trying to lose weight just like me, just like my anxiety, you're going to get off the roller coaster eventually, no matter how long it takes. I found me again. And I don't live that way anymore. It comes up. Yes. Oh, I still it's like once you've clicked that anxiety switch on, it'll come back. It comes back here and there. I can't say it's not totally there, but I know how to control it and I know what it is, and it doesn't affect me the way it did. You see? So now that's what I tell myself. This negative that's happening in my life, even though I've had to put down dogs or whatever, and whatever's happening in your life, whatever the negative is, we got to tell ourselves that that negative is temporary. Temporary. And my anxiety's gone. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. And that's the way I feel that I have to think back. I got through that. This is nothing. This is nothing. Just start again, Renee. Just start again. Pick up the pieces and just start again. Number 3, I'm starting to preach up in here. Can I get an amen? 3, be constructive and learn from this situation. What do I have to learn? I've said that a lot to myself. What can I learn and take from this that is happening so this doesn't occur again, or when it does, I learn how to come out of it quicker. So I have to see it as valuable feedback. What can I take from this? Where is there room in here to improve? Okay? I ask myself better questions instead of gloom and despair and agony on me. Instead of that, because it's easy for us humans to just go to that gloom and despair. So instead, I've learned to ask myself questions. What can I learn from this? How can I adjust my course to avoid this trap again? This same trap, this same loop that I've been on for so long, making the same mistakes. Doing things different. What can I do different this time if it happens again? And, big one I say all the time is being honest. Being honest with ourselves and with others about our situation. Stop hiding it. Stop hiding it. There's freedom in truth. That's the only way to break free. The truth will set you free. It will. Number 4, remind yourself, okay? Anyone who wants to do things of value in life will fail. We've talked about that many times, about the success stories, about so many celebrities or people, who've made it big or anything like that. They have had failures to get them the success. Number 5, let it out into the light. That's what I said about the truth. It will set you free. Even if that's venting to someone. We all need someone to vent to. Someone we can trust. And even who cares if they spread it out there, really? There's always somebody that needs to hear our story that can gain from it. That's why I'm here. This is why I'm here right here. This is my venting session. This is where I can get it out. And others are going through it. They need to know they're not alone in it. Find inspiration and support. That's the same thing here. This is where I find my inspiration and I find support here. And I have support in my life. I have friends and family who support me because I'm honest now instead of hiding when I failed. These past 2 months, that is one thing that has improved in my life with this. Because before, I would just fail and then they'd see me start eating the wrong foods when we go out to eat or whatever. They wouldn't say anything, but I knew they were like, you're not supposed to be eating that. But they didn't say anything, But now I've been like, I know I'm just stuck in a little muck right now. But I promise you, that's what I'd say. I promise you, I'm going to come out of this. I may be eating a burger and fry today, but tomorrow I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm coming out of it. So that was what's different about these past 2 months. I've said it before they could, before they were even thinking it. I said, I know. It's going to take me a little time, but I'm going to get there. All right. Number 7. Here it is. That is move forward again. And that's okay if we have to move forward several times in our journeys. That's what makes it a journey. Move forward once again. That's where I'm at. I'm moving forward once again. I'm going to take the step. And I'm going to move forward once again. No matter how long that it takes. I'm here to never give up until it's done. And to show others that we can do this. We're going to do this together. Number 8, take action on the plan you had to begin with. Tweak that plan now to work for what you need to work it for now. Yes, and so take action on that plan right away that you have made. It's time to take action. I'm going to leave you with the quote today because I've said enough today. I've said enough. It's just time to put it to action. It is. And I feel it this week, and I bet y'all can feel it. It's just in my bones this week of that's it. That chapter is closed. My 2 months of setback is closed. And the next step is to get on that scale and see the damage I have done. And I think I'm ready to make that next step. Maybe not here on this video this week. I said that last week, I know. But I'm ready to do that. I feel it. A new confidence. I don't know. I can't explain it. So it's time. It is time. I'm going to leave you with this quote. I cried when I read this quote because it says everything. It says everything. Failure is only a temporary change in direction to set you straight for your next success. I'll read it again. Failure is only a temporary change in the direction to set you straight for your next success. Ah! Yes! Yes! Yes, for our next success, because we've already had success. So why did we stop that success? It's time to have success again. This failure is going to push us right, empower us to get over the hump. Even though it is holiday season, that's okay. Challenge on. There is low carb options that I've already been looking up for my Thanksgiving. And that's what I'm going to do. Same thing with Christmas. Believe me, I've had enough treats these past 2 months that I really don't even want anymore. That's how bad I stuffed to my face and binged. But that's okay. I don't want to relive that anymore. Here we go, moving forward to our next success. All right, everybody. I love you guys so much. And I thank you all for your kind words, for being there for me. Y'all encourage me so much. Thank you so much for sticking around and being with me on this journey. Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night, everybody.